Reviews, the biggest news, the what's new, and the who's who. Welcome to the Daily Gamer Podcast with Joe Mango and James.
Welcome to the Daily Gamer Podcast number 26. We have loads on the show today, including some new gaming releases.
Yes, Forza Motorsports, Assassin's Creed Mirage, EA Sports FC, and a plethora of new releases still coming out this month.
We're also talking the biggest gaming news, including a company that have apologized for their bad game using ChatGPT, and they were found out, as well as a leak from Spider-Man 2.
We talk hardware with PS5 Slim and the Meta Quest 3.
I've also got your top 5 games to play on the iPhone 15 Pro. All of that and much more on the way for the Daily Gamer Podcast. James, hit us with your new gaming releases, please.
Yeah, there's quite a few this month, actually. We have Forza Motorsport, now that's a big one.
I didn't realize they had a new one coming out.
Yeah, this is I guess it's the 8th or the 9th.
So the last one was Horizon 5.
No. So Forza Motorsport and Forza Horizon are separate games.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Same developer?
Yes.
Okay,
Same
okay,
people,
okay.
the Forza guys.
What's the difference then? Tell.
So Forza Horizon that series is more of an arcadey adventure racing game.
Yes.
Where it's a little more like, pushes the boundary of reality a bit, but it's still kind of realistic. So it's really fun. Mm-hmm. And you still have like real world cars and things that you do.
Yeah.
Whereas Forza Motorsport is more of a simulation. It's more racing, track racing.
See. Okay.
Yeah. And I think, for Forza Motorsport at least, I think it's the 8th or 9th. Could be wrong. But Forza Horizon have 5 of them, so both of them go way back, and there's a lot of games.
Do you think that the new Forza coming out is going to kind of put a dampener on the Crew Motorfest from Ubisoft?
I think
they're kind of different games, right?
They're different. The Crew Motorfest will compete with Forza Horizon.
Yeah. Okay, so it's kind of well timed that it didn't come out when Horizon was coming out.
Yeah.
It came out when the motor. Yeah. I'm with you.
It was a bit late. Yeah. So Forza Motorsport is more of a simulation. So it's more like let's say, the Gran Turismo for PC and Xbox.
I'm with you.
So
cool.
So I haven't played it yet. It's loaded up on my Xbox.
It's on Game Pass?
It's on Game Pass.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very cool. I need to get this Game Pass thing.
Dude, there's so much on it.
I know.
It's almost too much where I'll turn my Xbox on. I'm like, it's too much.
Too much. I don't know what to play.
It's overwhelming.
It's a nice thing to have, though. I guess.
It's great because, Starfield's on it, and then you don't have to fork any extra money.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're paying.
I did pay for Starfield on PC, by the way.
The full price of it.
Yeah, but I thought, in my head, I was like, I want to play this game forever. So I don't want to have to just keep subscribing forever if I don't necessarily subscribe anymore, kind of thing.
Yeah, I get you.
So I just paid for it. But it was fine.
Yeah, I need to look at my finances because I pay for the PlayStation one as well. I gotta sit back a little bit.
Yeah.
Based on the hours per dirham.
Yeah, exactly.
It's very, very low. Okay, so he's got Forza. So yeah, I don't know too much about it at the moment, but it is something that is doing very well. Metacritic's giving it an 80.
Yeah, okay.
It's getting some good reviews. It's probably, there's a few things it's probably differing from the last few iterations of it, but yeah, it's doing all right. So to give it some time, give it a go. I think it's great.
Nice.
Alongside that, I mentioned Gran Turismo. PC's answer to Gran Turismo.
Yeah.
I did watch that movie recently.
Wait, as in the game came out as well? Or they just released the movie?
The Gran Turismo came out as a movie. Just
the movie. Yeah. With the strangest cast, like Orlando Bloom and the guy from Stranger Things.
Yeah, I know.
You're just like, where did they come up with that?
Well, I can give you, with no spoilers, but I can give you a sort of basic review of it.
I feel like I can tell what score you would give it.
I mean,
can I guess before you go into your review, can I just guess what I would assume it would be out of 10?
Okay, go on.
5.
No, that's too harsh. I think that's too harsh.
Is it? Okay, well, tell me your thoughts.
It starts off kind of like a 5 because you've got to put your cringe meter keep your cringe meter
Yeah,
at a
yeah.
low setting because it is cheesy. It's Hollywoodized, if that's a word. And yeah, it's super cheesy, but it's based on a true story. It's based
Yes,
on
it is, which almost makes me feel more sad for it, though.
yeah, I know.
That it could have been like a really cool, hard hitting, you know. And they can't. I guess in my head, it's more aimed towards like, you know, teens. I think.
Essentially,
But
yeah.
I don't know.
It doesn't really have. I think it's quite an open audience, really.
Yeah, yeah.
I think it's like a family movie almost. It's a sports movie. It's like an underdog. You know,
Like a Rocky movie.
exactly. I mean, not far off. It is. You know, you root for the underdog. It's about a story of a kid who plays Gran Turismo in his bedroom, but who's really good at it.
Yeah.
And he wins races, he wins competitions and all sorts. So he's a professional gamer, basically. But Orlando Bloom comes along and he's like, oh, I work for Nissan, so I've got to come up with something really cool, my marketing plan, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, I'm going to take a gamer and put him into a real racing car.
Yeah.
And then, so that's basically the story.
Nice. Okay, I like it.
Yeah, and for me, after watching it, I was like, that's not too bad. It's actually quite a good movie.
So what would you give it out of 10?
I'd give it a 7.
Okay, that's pretty good.
But all the Gran Turismo references are pretty cool as well.
Oh, nice.
Because you have like some of the sound effects, and then some of the like CGI sequences. You can tell are quite gamey, but then very well
done.
rendered. Yeah.
Okay, nice.
Yeah.
So they didn't skimp out on the CGI elements of it.
Oh hell no, no.
Yeah.
It was by. I mean, it's by the PlayStation Studio.
No way.
So they've got like plenty of technology behind it.
I love that then. All right, I'm more on board now, James. You swayed me. I'm going to watch it.
You should watch it. Watch it with someone, because it's not necessarily, don't be put off because it's about video game or video gaming.
No.
Because one thing it does actually is I feel that it makes gamers look a little like hated, or a little bit more like, oh, gamers are still just kids sitting in the room wasting time, not going outside.
Yeah. But so actually, they're picking up some really cool talents.
Yeah, exactly. And then
skills.
There's ways that I think they could have portrayed a regular gamer in a more positive light, like a normal, like, I'll say normal, but like is a fit, healthy person as well. Not that that movie portrays them as not fit and healthy.
Yeah.
But anyway, you just have to watch it, and you'll get what I'm saying. And then, yeah, I think you should watch it. Watch it with someone.
Yeah. What else?
Assassin's Creed Mirage.
Oh yeah, of course.
That came out. So this is for the uninitiated, is a Assassin's Creed game that has been developed to bring back the original formula of Assassin's Creed. So from Assassin's Creed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah. Before, like, what was it? Unity, Brotherhood. No.
Black Flag was way more actiony, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But it brings back more of the stealth dynamic, more of the stealth mechanics.
Brotherhood was one of the later ones that was still stealthy.
Yeah,
I think. Well, there's too many of them. It's hard to remember. But yeah, because it obviously went like with what was it? The Roman one, which I'm blanking.
Odyssey.
I was thinking of Olympus. I'm like, no. Odyssey, and then obviously Valhalla. They went like super like RPG, big kind of
action, fighty,
and
combat.
The good thing about Assassin's Creed Mirage is it's not a full $70, $80 game. It's a $50 game. Yeah. So you're getting a little bit less for it. But I think if you want to have a casual 15, 20 hours you completed the game sort of game, giving you the roots of Assassin's Creed from way back when that people loved and grew up playing and fell in love with Assassin's Creed in general, then I think it's kind of got what you need.
Yeah, definitely.
It's not going to be a Valhalla that you're going to spend 100 hours or more playing and then DLCs and all of this. You know?
No, because I mean that's one of the trends is there's so many huge, massive games with huge, massive worlds.
Yeah.
Which sometimes can be just a bit too overwhelming, and it's like I can't be bothered to go running around in such a huge world. Whereas like Assassin's Creed Mirage is more of a stripped down, like a mini Assassin's Creed that you can pick up and play and won't be. And won't be so
mini is like a strong word to use. It's not mini, but I get what you mean.
Yeah.
You're in Baghdad, back in however long I can't remember, but it looks fantastic. The actual environment is really cool, really well done.
It does look. Really
I think
nice.
that's what like these AAA publishers and developers are able to do a lot better now, is immerse you better in these amazing worlds, and I think they've done quite well with that.
Yeah, and there's a decent voice cast. There's some good character animations.
Yeah.
And
It is like, when you look at other games, it could be considered a bit basic. With for example, I think you only get a sword or a dagger and a couple of throwing items. And the sword and the dagger, I think there's like 4 different ones you can get, or 4 or 5. So there's not like, a huge amount of like, oh, I've got this weapon and it's really rare and there's 100 different weapons,
Yeah.
But in a way, like if you just want to have a casual gameplay, then that's what it is.
What sells the series is that intimate combat, is getting close to that enemy.
Yeah.
Either sneaking up on it or just all out like.
And literally, like
melee.
the good thing about the combat, which I like, is if you are stealthing, even on the biggest boss there, and you stealth attack them, they die.
Yeah.
You don't stealth attack them, you stagger them, they get up and they're like, oh, I'm still alive, you just slit my throat, let's carry on. No, they actually properly die, which is quite cool in a way.
And they emphasize, making the sneak the challenge.
Yeah.
So the harder the sneak, but when you get through that hard sneak and you kill that enemy, no matter how strong it is, then it's really rewarding.
Yeah. So I would say go for the sneak approach on Assassin's Creed Mirage.
Yeah, of course.
I'm excited. It's a good game. Go play it.
Yeah. Plus,
if you want to play it.
Plus, it's on mobile.
Yes, coming to mobile. We'll be chatting more about that later on.
Yes. On top of that, EA Sports FC.
Oh, yes.
So that came out. I gave that a little go. Obviously, I played as Man U. Did a quick few matches.
Nice.
Checked on the
Does
team.
it feel any different than FIFA 22?
No.
No.
The only difference
FIFA 23, sorry.
for me. Oh yeah, FIFA.
Yeah.
The only difference I found. I mean, the user interface is different. There's a few visual improvements and tweaks here.
The logo is different.
Logo's different. Yeah. And there's some other like gaming features. I haven't explored them all, but if you are a football game fanatic, I think it's worth getting it.
Yeah.
It's a new take on it, but it's still pretty much the same game.
Yeah. There's things in it that I like. They've motion tracked. The football players' celebrations, and you have that in the game. So when Haaland scores, you can actually do certain kind of, let's say, moves.
Yeah.
that Haaland would do in an actual game.
Yeah.
The way he lifts his leg, kind of like Ibrahimovic or whatever. And scores random goals like that. You can kind of like play that Haaland, like the real Haaland, and then celebrate like the real Haaland. Which is quite
they're
cool,
getting closer to imitating real life players.
Yeah,
and it's sad that there aren't huge steps in innovation, but if you do regularly play them year by year, you do notice it, and then you kind of sink into it because you don't lose anything because a football game is always fun.
Yeah.
And especially when you're challenging for online. Matches or you're doing a managed mode or be a pro, whatever it is, and like building your own player and making them grow and then advance through the world of football is always fun. But yeah, there's a lot to it. If you're not into football games, then that's fine.
Yeah, there's other stuff out there.
There's other football games, but they never get quite as close.
All right, just quickly, what have we got coming up this month?
So there's a Lord of the Rings game.
Okay, not Gollum though.
Not Gollum.
Okay, great.
So maybe there's hope for the gaming world of Lord of the Rings. Yeah. It is a survival crafting game, which is an odd one. I'm not really sure what it is exactly. It's set in the Fourth Age of Middle-earth, iconic fantasy world, obviously created by J.R.R. Tolkien.
Yeah.
Tolkien, sorry. Lord of the Rings, it follows the dwarves as they embark on a new adventure to reclaim their legendary home of Moria beneath the Misty Mountains. Players will join forces to survive, craft, build, and explore the iconic sprawling mines.
So it's basically The Hobbit.
Kinda.
Kind of The Hobbit? That's what they do, right? They go on an adventure as dwarves to reclaim... Wait, what did they say? Reclaim what?
Moria.
Oh, Moria. Oh, sorry. That's not The Hobbit. They do go through Moria in Lord of the Rings, but not...
Yeah. But it's not the underground place, that's Smaug.
Yeah, that's where Gandalf dies.
Oh, yeah.
That's more the mines of Moria.
Oh, that's the mines of
where the
Moria.
Balrog is.
Yeah, the Balrog.
That's where Gandalf dies with the Balrog. That's Mines of Moria.
Because
Well, the goblins chase them, and that's in Lord of the Rings. That's not in The Hobbit. In Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
the Hobbit is where Smaug is living in. He's got all his treasure. Is that the same? No, it might be.
No,
confused.
it's the big guy. The big guy is in that. They go through some caves in The Hobbit, but I don't think it's the Mines of Moria they go through.
Okay, I'm not.
I can't remember now.
You're more of a Lord of the Rings nerd
I
than
am,
I
yeah,
am.
but now I'm getting confused of in The Hobbit what mines do they go into? Anyway,
I forget.
I forget too.
Okay.
I don't think it's Moria, but it might be. Anyway, carry on.
So the players will join forces to survive, craft, build, and explore the iconic sprawling mines. Courageous expeditioners will need to be vigilant as mysterious dangers await. So I don't know if this is maybe it's a top-down game and you've got like a few dwarves that you direct, and then it's survival, almost like a Diablo kind of style.
Okay.
I'm not sure. We'll have to look
Interesting.
into that one, but I just read about that recently, so that looks exciting.
Cool.
On top of that, we've got another what do you call it? The Xbox Game Pass
Oh yeah.
game,
Yeah.
City Skylines 2.
Okay.
If you like your Sim City,
Nice. That's cool.
or your City
Oh
Skylines
yeah,
1.
I saw about that. Yeah, that's cool.
City Skylines 2 is a sequel to City Skylines. It is probably the best thing to come after Sim City.
Yeah. Okay.
It is renowned as the best city building game so far.
Nice.
And yeah, excited about that. Plus, it's on Game Pass, so whatever you
Very cool.
you can
Stop
play it straight away.
teasing me, mate. I need to get Game Pass.
There's a lot. Game Pass are redeeming themselves a little bit now,
Yeah.
so it's good.
All right. Well, thank you, James, for your new gaming releases, updates, things.
You're welcome. Thanks for the thing.
All right, time for a bit of gaming news. I've got two things really I want to talk about. Number one is there was an extensive leak of Spider-Man 2 suits or skins, Spider-Man suits, right?
You mean the suits weren't leaking?
No. They've leaked the suits. Yeah. They've poked holes in them.
Yeah.
No. So basically, when I say they've leaked the suits, not just a couple suits, 58 different suits have been leaked for Spider-Man 2, which, I always think about this. I'm always like, do they do it on purpose as like a marketing tool? Because I swear every game leaks something now.
Yeah.
But yeah, they've got suits all the way from, across the Spider-Man universe, including some iconic Rami suits, the amazing Spider-Man suits, a plethora of comic book inspired attire as well.
Does this play off the sort of multiverse type thing that they're going for? Maybe that's it.
I guess so. And it looks really cool. Like there's actually images of
Different
all
versions
of all the
Spider-Man.
suits.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It's like if you've watched the new Miles Morales Into the Spider-Verse.
Yeah, that was awesome.
The second one, whatever it's called.
Across the Spider-Verse?
Across the Spider-Verse, yeah. It's amazing how many different takes on Spider-Man you see, and it's really cool.
Or Spider Lady.
Or Spider Ladies.
Spider-Them.
Yeah. Spider Girls.
Spider Them.
Spider Thems.
Spider Theys.
Yeah, or whatever. So this was leaked apparently by a Reddit user called Comic Book Guy 708, if you know him.
Yes.
But yeah, obviously the Spider-Man game will be swinging into action later this month.
Ooh, I see what you did there.
Thank you very much. But yeah, so pretty cool. If you want to go check that out, we've got it on our website, daily-gamer.net, and you can see an image of all the leaked suits. Also, I thought this was really funny. I only saw this today. We haven't put it up on our website yet, but I'll get around to that. Remember the Lord of the Rings Gollum?
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, no.
So that was made by Daedalic Games.
Okay.
That's the developer. And they have kind of done an apology recently, like a press release. Oh, we're apologizing for our game. We're really sorry that it was so bad, basically, right? Yeah. But what people have realized from a couple of sources is they used ChatGPT to write the apology.
Oh, no.
All right, so that's what people are saying. They said that they've figured out kind of...
the way that sentences are structured.
The way that sentences are structured, keywords, like that sort of thing that ChatGPT is kind of programmed to use. I don't know exactly...
Wait, where are they from? Where's the developer from?
Daedalic, they are from somewhere in Europe. I'm forgetting what it is now. German, they're Germany. They're from Germany.
they are Germany.
They are Germans.
I can give them the benefit of the doubt if they were struggling to translate something across, maybe. So they just did it in German and then maybe got ChatGPT to translate for them.
Is it German? I'm not even sure,
Anyway.
to be honest with you. It's Europe somewhere, I think. But yeah, I get that. Maybe that was what happened. But here's some more news about the game. Obviously, it was really bad. It was actually the lowest rated game of the year so far from Metacritic.
Yeah.
And but there's been some reports coming out from like the developers of the actual game saying 15 million euros is a modest sum for a game in a AAA space in 2023.
As in revenue or
No, that's how
budget?
much budget they had.
Yeah.
15 million euros to make a AAA game. They said that the people that were working on this game have been developers for 10, 15, 20 years. They're good people. They make good games. They know what they're doing. And it says, but they can't do magic because they weren't given the funds, said former Daedalic senior developer and technical director Paul Schultz. That sounds German, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's definitely a German name.
So yeah, I mean, it
So
is a shame.
They're blaming the funding for it.
They're kind of blaming the lack of funding from the publisher. Now, basically, I can't remember what the publisher's called now. It's here somewhere. But the publisher, the developer Daedalic basically said, we didn't know anything about this. It was the publisher that had actually written and posted this on our behalf. So they're saying it was the publisher who was in fault. Oh, the publisher's Nacom, Nacon. So they were saying they're the ones that handled the press release. So they're to blame for the ChatGPT. I feel bad for the guys, the developers at Gollum, because imagine on your CV trying to get a new job. What did you work on recently? What? Sorry? The Lord of the Rings Gollum. Oh, thank you so much for coming in, guys. Really appreciate you taking the time. You know what I mean? Like you just wouldn't want to say
That'd be so
it.
sad.
Or you might just cut it out of your resume. But what have you been doing the last 3 years? It doesn't say anything. Don't worry about it.
It's like, yeah, I mean, it's going to really like taint
It really is.
their careers. But I mean, they can make up for it. I mean, they can
Probably.
do other projects,
Of course.
redeem themselves.
Yeah, of course. Anyway, that is the gaming news updates that I have for you this week.
Thank you. Let's talk hardware. Now, there's been a couple of recent releases in terms of hardware. The first one is in the VR space, which is the MetaQuest 3. So it is a VR headset from the Meta company.
As in like Facebook
and Instagram
the
and all
Zuckman
that stuff. The Zuckerman.
Yeah, I mean, it's cool. I mean, I like MetaQuest. I think it's great because you can just like link it and play any sort of games on it, right?
It's well approachable.
Yeah, like if you were going to buy
Accessible was the word, sorry.
Yeah, like PSVR, for example, like you kind of just have to play it on the PlayStation, which isn't the end of days, but it's a bit, you can play a lot more games on MetaQuest, and I think they're about the same.
What sells
price.
the MetaQuest is you can play it untethered. It's battery powered.
Yes.
You can play it unwired, and that's one of the selling points to it. And so you can just play anything you want on it. It's not particularly powerful, not as powerful as the other ones, but it's the job of MetaQuest. This is the job of the MetaQuest 3 to vastly improve on performance. So it does have a much higher resolution, eye-to-eye resolution.
Cool. Yeah.
And it
Yeah, because
also...
I feel like the old VR stuff used to be a bit blurry, didn't it? Like,
yeah, so it's
hard to
actually
focus.
it's come a long way, and I think that's that's a given. That they have to improve that because I have a Quest 2, and I used to hack it to get its resolution up higher.
Really?
So you could plug it into your PC,
Yeah.
and then use some software which will allow you to improve the resolution and even the CPU performance.
Such a nerd, James.
or the GPU.
I'm telling Mark Zuckerberg that you've hacked him.
Oh yes,
Yeah.
I have actually. I can see all his photos.
Oh.
Yeah, it's not nice. Yeah, so the Quest 3 features high resolution, but it also features a bit more of a dive into mixed reality. Now, mixed reality is sort of using the headset not necessarily to be in a VR world, but putting the actual real world in front of your eyes and doing things in it.
Cool.
So kind of like augmented reality.
Yeah.
We call it mixed reality because, I don't know, maybe it's a copyright thing or
Bit of
whatever.
everything. I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, mixed reality. So to a point where you can, if you have an empty desk and you need to type something, you can bring up a virtual keyboard which will track your hands.
That is pretty cool.
A virtual keyboard that will track your hands, and then you can type away on it.
So do you have gloves on?
No. It tracks your actual fingers.
What? That's pretty cool.
Which they kind of did already in the Quest 2, where you can use your hand to pick or press buttons or like drag things on the screen. So it tracks your hands without using the controller. That's kind of cool.
That is cool.
So now they're pushing it a bit more.
I want one now.
It's got sort of mixed responses based on the typing thing. It's not very fast or something like that. It's not quite there yet, but they're pushing that a lot more now. And the LCD display's resolution of 2064 by 2208 pixels per eye, which is a vast improvement. So it's almost as clear as like a 4K TV.
Yeah.
Really
That's really cool.
Resolution. Obviously, the performance is much better, and it looks a bit lighter, and it looks smaller, so it's less taxing on your neck.
Yeah.
Or whatever. So yeah, look into that.
I guess when you think about it, that normally when you have a big TV, the pixel pitch, which is like the size between the pixels, doesn't have to be necessarily super amazing because you're sat quite far away.
Yeah.
But when you've got the screen on your eyes, it must be quite difficult to make that pixel pitch so minuscule.
Exactly. Yeah,
so yeah, pretty cool. I like it.
Yeah. So look out for that. I think it's coming out soon.
And PlayStation.
Oh yeah, PlayStation.
I'm just excited about this one because like I don't get it.
PlayStation Slim.
Yeah.
Why did they do that? Well, they always do that, don't they?
Does it? Yeah, but does it look different?
Sell more units. Yeah, it does. It looks kind of like what I said to you. What I said to you earlier. It kind of looks like a knockoff or like a fake version of a PlayStation 5. It really does.
And wait, what? It has a like CD disc that you can clip onto it.
Detachable Blu-ray drive.
Okay.
So if you buy the digital version without a drive, you can upgrade it later. So you can buy the drive separately.
Yeah.
Which is
that's kind of cool.
They should have done that from the start.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it's about 30% smaller. It's got a bit more storage to start with, and yeah, I think it's got better cooling, and it's just a smaller version.
I don't have a PlayStation. Do I get the Slim? Like, is it same power?
Yeah.
Graphics, everything like that?
Same.
Or I heard that the Pro is probably coming out next November.
Yeah.
Do I wait a year and just get the Pro? Or should I just buy a Slim now?
I don't know. It's up to you. Do you want to get? I mean, I don't know how much better a Pro would be, but everyone said that about the PS4. The PS4 was like, but then you get the Pro and you get slightly better frame rates and faster load times.
4K TVs.
4K TVs, yeah.
Maybe now you can play 8K with
8K
PS5.
TVs. Are 8K TVs a thing?
They are, but they're ridiculously expensive.
Not quite there yet.
No.
But yeah. But
you also need 8K content, which no one's making.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's a bit too early for 8K content.
Yeah.
Or if you could even tell the difference between 4 and 8K at this point.
So no, it looks pretty good, mate. From what I've seen, I saw it in one of those shops once. And they're like 8K, and you're kind of looking at the TV.
Like, wow.
And you're like, whoa, that does look pretty cool.
So alongside the PlayStation Slim, you've got recently released the handheld version or the handheld device, which is like
I don't know about that either.
What you don't like? What
you can't just take it around and play the PlayStation wherever you want.
No, you can only do it at home.
You have to be near your PlayStation 5.
Or I think you can on a decent. If you're on someone else's Wi-Fi and you can connect to your PlayStation, I think you can stream your PlayStation still, but you need to have a really good internet connection.
Okay, I just thought it'd be cool if you could download a game and then play it when you're on the bus or on your way to work. Not driving, obviously, at the same time, but you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you just sat on the metro and you're just like playing your...
Yeah, like a Switch or
a PlayStation
Steam
game.
Deck or something.
Exactly. I just don't know why they wouldn't enable that for at least single-player games that don't require an online...
It's a missed opportunity. Like, they had the Vita and the PlayStation Portable. Why don't they just make a portable device?
Also, you can actually, in iPads, you can put a SIM card in them now with data. Why don't they just do that with a PlayStation console?
Yeah.
If you needed internet, then why don't you just... And a lot of the ones you put in iPads now, they're not even real SIM cards. They're digital SIMs.
Yeah, what would you call them? V-SIMs? eSIMs.
eSIMs, yeah.
eSIM.
So yeah, just imagine if you could just have an eSIM on your PlayStation. That would have... Oh, mate. Should I work at PlayStation?
Yeah.
Do you think I should be a Sony exec? Because that is a great idea, Joe.
Do it, Joe. Joe at Sony. Well, the thing is, as you say, it's a missed opportunity. And I think a portable device should have been
actually portable.
Actually portable, yeah.
Not
instead
just, instead of sitting on my couch and playing my PlayStation 5 in front of the TV, I'm going to sit on my couch and play my PlayStation Portable
on my lap
in front of the TV. Yeah, exactly. Like, it just, you know what I mean? There's just something isn't right. Like, what marketing wise, the marketing execs must have gone, are you fucking joking? How are we going to sell this? You know what I mean?
They started to develop an independent, properly working portable device, and they went, crap, we've run out of money. Can you just make it just so it's a screen and a controller?
Yeah.
Because
I do like that it's kind of like half a PlayStation controller though.
It's literally, you pull it apart and there's a screen in the middle.
I mean, it's kind of cool, but at the same time, it's kind of...
I don't think I'll be buying one.
No way. I don't think many people will be buying one. And PlayStation do so well with everything they sell. The PSP did really well like a long time ago. Like, the PSP is one of the highest selling consoles, I think, as well. Like, it's up there, top 10, I think.
Yeah, I had one. I had one. I had a white one.
I had one too, and it was great. And it just makes me go like, you know, they do so well. Why would they let us down now?
I know.
But anyway,
rubbish.
What can you do? I guess they just wanted to get it out before Xbox did something like that. So maybe that's kind of
maybe
why.
they're lining something up. And then there's the Switch 2, which is rumored.
Anyway. All right, James. Well, you've kind of just pissed me off a bit with that PlayStation. No, I'm just joking. But no, thank you for your tech updates.
You're welcome.
Time for my top 5 now. And I have gone, because of the release of iPhone 15 Pro and the potential release for plenty of games, as it's got the new A17 Pro chip in there. Pretty cool stuff, whatever that means.
Yeah.
Basically, I'm going to be diving into the world of mobile gaming with the top 5 games for the iPhone 15 Pro.
Oh, nice.
So obviously, the graphics are... the best that they've ever managed to do on an iPhone 15. A lot of other phones have already kind of been making phones that are capable
non-iPhones
to play games that are not iPhones. You've never gone, an iPhone, I want a game on that. Unless you're playing, like a poop game, like Doodle Jump or something.
Yeah, poop game.
But to be honest, in a way, I feel like iPhone were the pioneers of making games on your phone, like iCopter and stuff like that. That was kind of, whoa, moving on from Snake, and Brick Breaker. You've now got
actual console
iCopter.
games
exactly.
on your phone.
So I think it's only just that they've come round. Okay, so I've got 5 games I'm going to quickly just talk about that are coming out that you can't necessarily play right now, but they will be coming out for the iPhone 15. Genshin Impact. Now, obviously, very popular game, but they're basically... It is already kind of, they have a mobile version, but they're now kind of enhancing the game with a new high quality kind of addition to it for the iPhone 15 with the A17 Pro chip.
Okay.
So faster response times, improved graphics, high quality water effects with reflections and waves, which is pretty cool. That is kind of something you can expect if you want to play Genshin Impact, but, on your phone.
I guess with that game, I haven't played it. Well, I've tried it. I think I tried it on my iPhone 12 mini. So it's quite difficult to play it on that.
Yeah.
But it'll be interesting to see how well it performs.
Yeah. And then from Ubisoft, we've got the Division Resurgence. Cool. What's interesting is this was basically not ever intended for consoles, but was always going to be a mobile game. Set in the world of The Division and The Division 2. It's making its way to iOS and Android devices, but with the A17 Pro chip, it's going to be very smooth graphics, better ray tracing, it says, and improved power efficiency. While there's still a little bit to kind of learn about the game, it's undoubtedly like a promising game that is going to be coming out on iPhone 15 Pro. This one's pretty cool. Death Stranding Director's Cut is going to be on iPhone 15. Now, Apple didn't actually feature this game when they did their launch events, but Kojima Productions, I always feel like I'm saying it wrong. Kojima, yeah. Okay. I just, any names that are like Japanese, I respect them so much and think they're amazing that I don't want to butcher their names.
Yeah, I get it.
It's pretty cool. But anyway, So, they actually confirmed that Death Stranding Director's Cut is coming to iPhone 15 Pro at the end of this year. So the post-apocalyptic adventure follows Sam Porter Bridges is going to be playable on your mobile phone.
That's nuts.
Pretty excited for that. Obviously, there's going to be, with the Director's Cut, they said they've got new tools, equipment, and visual enhancements, making it a must-play. And you're going to be playing it on a phone, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, it is.
So I mean, it's kind of blowing my mind that we're in the age now where you can not only just play games on your phone, but you can play games on your phone.
Yeah,
like that.
Full on.
Yeah. So Assassin's Creed Mirage.
Assassin.
I didn't mean to say it like that. Assassin's Creed Mirage obviously just came out on your consoles and your PCs and whatever. Yeah. But now, yes, it is coming out on your iPhone 15 Pro as well. So obviously the series, like we mentioned earlier in the podcast, will kind of take you back to the roots of Assassin's Creed games.
Stealthy.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, it's scheduled to arrive on iPhone 15 Pro early next year, which is cool. So obviously they're not ready for iPhone 15 yet, but they're probably making a version that is going to be on it.
Yeah.
But I think it's cool. Like, obviously, Assassin's Creed isn't your big, super massive RPG. But imagine you could sit and play on your phone for 20 hours and play a full Assassin's Creed AAA title game, which is pretty amazing. And I put this one on my number one because I loved the game when I played it at the start of this year, is Resident Evil 4 Remake.
Oh, wow. On the phone.
On the phone. This iconic game has been given a visual makeover for modern audiences. And it's coming to the iPhone 15. And you can expect to dive into the horror when it arrives later this year. So, who knows? Maybe Halloween, something like that. People are calling this one the best remake ever from Assassin's Creed, from Resident Evil. And you soon will be able to play it on your iPhone 15.
That's amazing. That's insane for technology.
Insane.
And I want to say,
my PC struggled when I was playing the remake at the start of this year. I had to turn my graphics down a bit sometimes, especially when there was like 10 million zombies chasing me. But
in modern conversations now, it's going to be like, oh yeah, so if you play the new Assassin's Creed, like I got it on the Xbox. Yeah, I got it. I was like, oh yeah, I got it on my phone. I played it on my phone. What? And it's like, you played on your phone. Okay.
Well, there is a lot of phone gamers already.
That is true.
But you think about it like, there's people that play like Fortnite on their phone or Call of Duty mobile, and Apex Legends is on your phone, that sort of games. And you think, wow, that's really good. But then when you do watch it, you do go, oh yeah, it kind of looks like it's on a phone. So I'm hoping that with this new kind of upgrade, it's going to be more like, hey, are you a PC, console, or mobile phone player? You know what I mean?
You're a mobile gamer.
Because there's not been a AAA title that's been on an iPhone, really.
No.
That looks like a AAA game.
No, you're right. iPhone. Yeah. Visually, it doesn't look that way.
So yeah, very excited for that. That is my top 5 games that you need to check out if you are buying the iPhone 15 Pro. And there you go. That is it for another podcast number 26, James.
Yeah, that was fun. A lot of stuff to talk about, and it's really, really exciting.
It is. I mean, it's been a couple of weeks since we did our last podcast, and this is the season where everything kind of starts to go crazy with gaming releases. Like every week there's a new AAA title out.
For Christmas and all that. It's like the build up, even hardware as well.
I know there's some big games out like Starfield and Assassin's Creed and so many others. I'm still playing Diablo 4 and whatever else. The Spider-Man's coming out. But James, you still promised me that you're going to do your top 5 indie picks by the end of the year.
I will, yeah.
So I hope you're still playing your indie games as well.
I am, just about. So there's plenty more time to the end of the year. I can get in some good titles and good indie gaming.
I was actually listening to the IGN podcast a couple of weeks ago. By the way, it's dog shit compared to ours. No, I'm just joking. It's an amazing podcast, but obviously make sure you listen to ours as well. They were talking about, one guy was going, I've been playing this amazing game. It's called Graveyard Digger. And I was like,
Graveyard Keeper.
Graveyard Keeper, sorry. Graveyard Keeper. And I'm like, James plays that. I'm like, James is as nerdy as one of those guys.
Yeah. I love that game.
Yeah.
Don't get me started.
And I swear on my life, he mentioned 2 games, Graveyard Digger, and then what's the one with the guy catches fish and then works at a sushi restaurant?
Dave the Diver.
Dave the Diver. I swear.
He talked about that as well.
On my life, he talked about 2 games, indie games, and both of them were the games that you've been playing.
I should hang out with him.
No, you got to stay with me. You're my only friend. They've already got friends.
But it's like you're the non-indie game player.
Yeah.
You play multiplayer and you play the big AAAs.
Yeah.
Whereas I have a little soft spot in my heart for
I know.
the indies.
I am looking forward to Modern Warfare 3, Call of Duty, which I think is soon
I think so.
out. I don't
Modern
know.
Warfare 3.
I've seen gameplay of it, but it might have just been pre-release. I can't remember now. It's hard to keep up with them games. But anyway, that is it for the Daily Gamer podcast. Thank you so much for listening, and we will see you on podcast number 27.
Yes. Bye.
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 Bye.